This is Tom Myers, Superintendent of Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. It's a compilation or a summary of the information discussed at the board meeting on Monday, May 9th. Want to let everyone know first, though, the last day of school, as students may know and parents likely know too, but just reminding everyone, last day of school for students is Friday, May 27th. We have a normal dismissal time. You may be hearing some different things going on that day, but Friday, May 27th is the last day of school. But switching forward, moving ahead to the 2022-2023 school year, registration is August 1st and 2nd. There'll be information coming out about that, but that time frame will be 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and we'll have that middle school and high school commons once again, as we have for the last several years that way. If you cannot attend, contact the office. We'll work with you to do some online things, or for some other conflicts, let us know. We can do some online stuff that way. First day of school for students is August 23rd. That's a Tuesday, August 23rd. That is the first day we are allowed to start school in the state of Iowa, based on some state regulations that way. Fall practices for high school students actually start on August 9th. So you're aware of that. Volleyball, football, cross country, they all start on August 9th. So we approved at the meeting, getting to the agenda there, we approved some open enrollments, approved 2 resignations. Dave Wright, our activities director and social studies teacher, and his spouse, Kristen Wright, who teaches some middle school and high school English and social studies, is resigning. Dave took a position in Western Iowa at the Greene County School District as an activities director. So wish both of them a lot of luck in their move that way. Wish them the best. We had some recommendations to hire. Adam Smith is going to be the middle school softball coach, Chase Junk, assistant baseball coach, and then Jill Rowe will be here as 612 vocal music. Jill is a former graduate of our district, along with Chase Junk is also a former graduate of our district. We had some visitors at the meeting, OPN Architects, which I'll get to in just a few minutes. I took some time to recognize our board members who volunteer for their position on the board. There's no compensation. There's meetings they have to attend, but they do an outstanding job. From Mike Reed as president, vice president Janet Seaver, and then board members Allison Boniface, Marty Plussel, and Matt Wedeking. So thank you for all that they do for our district and for our students as a whole. Talk about post-secondary readiness in the common curriculum aspect that way. The amount of students who need remedial courses when they enter a college in our district is 2.8%, and that's math and literacy combined or averaged together. That is one of the lowest, or actually the lowest that I have on a list here, where some school districts are obviously in double digits, some are in the 20s. So do a very good job that way. Our amount of students who attend college isn't as high as some, but some of that may be, I don't have an answer to this exact, some of that may be they're getting some certifications before they leave high school that they're going into the workforce for. So that information is on our, is actually in the comment highlights, which is online on our website at www.bellevue.k12.ia.us. We had a facilities discussion with OPN Architects. They came and spent about an hour 15 talking about, they kind of gave a summary of what they talked about in the past with the elementary building and some needs at the elementary building. Now we're having them look at the entire campus, the middle school, high school too, and kind of putting everything together, what future plans need to be from their perspective as we plan for the future, both with buildings for students and for programs, but also just overall our facilities and what they may need in the future and what they need right now or in a very short amount of time. So kind of a short-term and a long-term plan for our district to look at several years down the line as we move forward. Obviously, let's talk about the elementary. We'll be having some more discussions about that over the summer, but specifically when school year starts, again, having some more discussions about a renovation there, some remodeling, or is it a new elementary building? We'll be having some discussions about that with a variety of people and having some community open houses to kind of share some information and to talk more about that way. I know the city talked about at a goal setting they had with community members, about 50 community members roughly. They talked about, one of the things they talked about was a school and a rec center together. Obviously, the city is not involved in funding our school, building our school, or anything like that. But the thought of, do they put something with it, was a popular discussion at the town hall meeting, from my understanding. But we'll see where that goes, but I'll keep you updated and all that way. We're also working on summer projects, moving some teachers around based on space that way, adding another section, making it work with what we have in a very cramped space that way, but an outstanding educational framework for our students and for our teachers that way to provide, just looking to get better. The space limitation is a concern, but we are making it work once again. Next thing on agenda was to approve the graduating class, and those students are all listed online that way. Graduation is on Saturday, May 28th at 4 o'clock that way. It's in the West Gym, so you'll kind of be able to attend that if you choose. To encourage you to come on out for that. We'll have the air conditioner turned up. Hopefully it's not quite as warm as it is right now. I worked up a sweat walking to school this morning once again. We also approved contract settlements with the Bellevue Education Association, and then approved the same rate for all of our employees from so we had dealt with teachers with the Bellevue Education Association, but we went online to all of our employees in all areas, and that rate was a 3.40% raise. There's some details on that in the notes that you can read through if you're interested. We also made some changes to the activity bus drivers, taking people to games and things like that. The rate's staying the same, along with that 3.4% increase, but also not having a maximum amount that they can utilize that way. If they're gone for 12 hours, we will pay them for the 12 hours that way, instead of limiting that to either 8 or 10 hours that way. We also approved some changes to fees for next school year, some highlights of those. We're raising instructional materials fees from $75 to $80 for the 9-12, 6-8 goes from 65 to 70, 3-5 from 60 to 65, and then the K2 55 to 60, and then our TK, that fee there is $35 to $40. Do have some increases in lunch prices, also milk from 35 to 40 as that is going up. And then we had some raises for a nickel raise for both breakfast and lunch for everyone that way. So, and you can see a whole summary of fees across the years that you can look at online if you choose to. Want to let you know about that. We approved a driver's education contract again, excuse me, for the future with the Mississippi Bend Area Education Agency. They've been working with us since 2013 that way. So done an excellent job working with us, and really, actually, they've been working with us, excuse me, they've been working with us since 2006. We've not had a rate increase since 2013, and we have a rate increase this year from $370 for parents to have their students take that to $385. But that is still a very good rate for everyone that way. We also approved a contract with Life Connections. That is also in our community, but it's in other communities as well. We have 3 people who work in our district from Life Connections at the elementary building and the middle school, high school building. You kind of see some details of that. Cost for that for the district is $22,500. I talked about superintendent evaluation. The board will be evaluating me at our June board meeting that way. So want to let them know that there's an evaluation form that we use from the Iowa Association of School Boards and School Administrators of Iowa that all work together to develop an evaluation format for me. We had some comments from the building principals that way. Mrs. Harting Schrader talked about the carnival for the Bellevue Elementary School on May 20th. That's a Friday evening. And then Mr. Raker talked about prom and graduation and then seniors' last day and some procedures that way. I updated the board on a couple of different things, from some criminal mischief charges for some vandalism on the parking lot, along with a few other things. Next meeting is on Monday, June 13th that way. That's at 6 o'clock. Remember, the last day of school, as I mentioned at the start of this, but this is big news to people, is on Friday, May 27th. We look forward to these next two and a half weeks of school that way, finishing out strong and then coming back raring to roll again on August 23rd for that first day of school. But everyone have a great day. If you have questions, please reach out, contact all of us. Remember, always want to do the best, and please keep in contact with us with any questions you may have. Have a great day.